when those orders come in, I just started dancing. I started screaming like for myself. Not obviously the first order, but it was hitting like so much money the first day. How do you succeed at dropshipping in 2019? Because it's harder than ever, but it's also way more rewarding than ever. Guys, in this video, I'm gonna reveal my first winning product. We're gonna look at the description. We're basically gonna just look at my first winning product. And last video, 30-minute consulting call giveaway is the evil, angry robot man. I think that is right. Message me on Instagram. My Instagram will be here and we'll start working. And I had a couple of people asking for mentorship. Yes, I do that, but if you're serious about it, you can just message me on the Instagram that popped up here earlier. So Evil Angry Man says, this guy deserves more credit and respect than fake gurus here. Great video, you deserve the best, brother. Need to get a lot of people to subscribe to him. And dude, I'm so thankful for that comment. You know, it means a lot. I'm not trying to be better than anyone else. There's a lot of cool people out there. I know some of them, great YouTubers out there, guys. But thank you so much. It means a lot. So let's just get into the computer, reveal the product, and go over how you can succeed. And also, maybe we should look at my success story. Number one tip here, guys, it's high converting descriptions. Like I told you guys, I'm going to show you one of my early descriptions that created a 6-figure product. And the next tip is obviously do your product research, guys. I've told this over and over again. My product research strategy is going into AliExpress and sorry, by $20 to $70. First, you obviously will choose a category, and I don't recommend doing, you know, cats, babies, toys, stuff like that, pet niche and stuff like that. Don't do saturated products. You could either go into the best match category in the AliExpress. I had videos earlier where I show it, and you could go by the newest category. I really like the newest category as well, but just do like $20 to $70 because you'll get a pretty good margin, right? And down you'll also, you know, get rid of all the worst ones. My favorite niche, by the way, is home and garden, and I also like the sports and outdoor, sports and entertainment, whatever you want to call it. I think that one is really good. So that is basically the product research strategy, guys. But you need to, you know, utilize tools like Google Trends, like we looked at earlier, you know, the Apple Watch or the smartwatch in general. If you look at the Google Trends the past 5 years, you will see that the watch always goes up on Christmas. I don't recommend selling that product, but when you look at the trends, you will see that if you're going to sell it, do it at Christmas because it goes from 20 to 100% every single Christmas, which is common for products. But just utilize that tool. Don't really go for spy tools and stuff. You just be finding saturated products that's already used up. And, you know, the big guys already sit on data, so you know, it's better to make the cake than get a piece of it, like I always say in these videos. And guys, this is not a money machine. Like if you want to succeed, you need a budget. It's not like you don't need too much money, but it's not like you can put in $1 and make 2 back. It's not a money machine in any way. You got to treat this as a real business. You got to treat your customers like you're a real business. And maybe when you get, you know, further in the process, you should probably hire people to just take care of that stuff. Mentors, not gonna really say too much about it, but if you really want to succeed, I definitely recommend getting in touch with a mentor. It will for sure cut the learning curve because you will probably be spending honestly, taking a guess, I would say like $20,000 without a proper strategy if no one is teaching you to even learn how to do Facebook ads, because there's so many ways to do it. You need a good strategy. Without a good strategy, it's not going to work. Like, not at all. You can't make random Facebook ads. It never works. You just need a strategy. It's absolutely not going to work. Instagram influencers, I don't really do them, but they could be cool. But if you're going to do influencers, make sure, you know, you find someone that's, you can ask them, you know, send a message to them and say, how long have you been advertising for? That's a good beginning. And if they say, you know, they've been advertising for a really short amount of time, that's usually a good indicator that these guys are not saturated. But, you know, if they say like, oh, I advertise like 5 times a week, that's probably saturated. I wouldn't really do it. So you need a Facebook ad strategy that's proven to work. That's why I say, you know, you could cut the learning curve, stuff like that. There's maybe a couple of good courses. I don't know. I've never been through a course, but there's probably some guys that have a good one. I don't know. I'm not really going to push it. I personally don't really believe too much in a course, but just get a, you know, a good Facebook ad strategy. I have a lot. I mean, like, I've almost laid down my whole strategy on YouTube. Like, I'm not hiding anything. I'm not trying to sell it. So if you know, want to know how to scale, just look at my previous videos, because I'm absolutely going over absolutely everything, but not lookalikes, because I'm planning on making a really powerful lookalike video probably this week. But if you really want to know how to scale, just look at those, because yeah, that's the formula right there. So should we just look at one of my descriptions and reveal the winning product? So guys, the product I'm going to show you now, that was my first winner. how did it feel? It was incredible. Like, you know, I was just home, absolutely nothing really happened. I was launching some ads, you know, like for the 10th time. I knew I was doing it, but I hadn't found a winner yet. And then I was just sitting in front of my computer watching YouTube, whatever, probably, you know, working on some deals, whatever, something I didn't really remember. But then I just started hearing my phone just saying ka-ching, ka-ching, like all the time, and I was looking at it and it said like the store name, you know, someone just placed an order for $29.59, and then I was upselling them on shipping. And I'm not really going to show you guys the footage, but I was basically home alone. Like, that's when I lived with my parents' house. I was home alone and I started dancing in the room. Like, it's not even a joke. I started dancing. I started doing so much weird stuff. Like, I was the biggest weirdo on the whole market. When those orders come in, I just started dancing. I started screaming, like, for myself. Not obviously the first order, but it was hitting like so much money the first day, because, you know, I started knowing what I was doing. It was just so crazy. I just remember hearing the orders, and then I was going out with my boys, you know, not for drinking and stuff like that, but just going out and driving. And they were like, what is going on with this guy? Because, you know, the volume was on the phone, you know, because it was in the backseat, so I couldn't really change it. And it was just like order on order all the time, and we couldn't even talk, you know, because the focus was always the orders, because there's always one more ordering coming in. And it was just so cool, you know. And the product just took off. I got to meet all those cool guys, you know, network. I was going out to LA for a long time, Florida, stuff like that. It's just so incredible. That is basically a short story that I have, guys, just to keep you motivated a little bit. But let's just look at how my description really looks. I'm gonna, you know, give you on how I became successful in the amount of time that it took me to get successful and how it felt. I'll do that later. Just look at the product. Guys, this was my first winning product ever. It's so cool. No, I don't recommend you guys to do it. I've obviously used it up. This was a 6-figure store. I believe in myself that I've used this product up. Like, all the, you know, all the influencers on Facebook, they've probably seen it like a million times with all the retargeting and stuff like that. But let's take a look at the product. So first of all, this is a problem solver. Clearly a problem solver. So the sun is shining on the helmet or something like, I don't really know exactly what it is, but you know, the sun is shining on the helmet and wind and stuff, something like that. And then this thing over, you know, you can't really see it. This thing over here starts spinning. So let's just say you're a construction worker in California, right? And it's like, I don't know how the degrees work, but let's say 90 degrees is warm. I don't know if that's warm or not, but let's say it's really warm. It's really hot outside, right? And you're at work, like it's a boring Friday, you know, you're looking forward to the weekend, but you're so hot, like you're overheating, you're almost dehydrating inside your workwear. So we have the solution, guys. The solution is just to buy this helmet, you know, for $59.90. I think we even sold it for, when I sold it, I got a cheaper version, but I used to sell it for like $80 and it's still sold. So when you're out there struggling, it's so warm, well, we have the solution. We'll cool down yourself while work. You can see this here, cool off while on the job. Overheating, sweating, put an end to needless sweating and overheating. So that's exactly what we do with this product. We definitely solve the problem. So I'm not really going to read all of this, just look at the structure of the description. I'm going to show you the whole description. So what we do here, we put a title here, right? This is the headline. So it's sort of like a quote, you can almost say, but it's not really a quote. So what I usually used to call this hat, I brand it as the Head Fan. That was like the brand name. And then it's like this thing over here, I don't know why I even put it in. And then it's Hard Hat. I didn't import more reviews, didn't want it to look tryhard, but I used to have a quote here. It was Head Fan, Hard Hat, and then this line, and then it says, keep me impressively cool at work. And then this thing right down here again, I don't even know what it is, and then just a random name, which makes it like a you know, a customer statement in the name. So here you can see the formula. We have one headline, and then we have a paragraph, and then we have all the features and all the good things about the product, which looks so clean. It looks incredibly clean. That is the goal, guys. Don't write too much, just make it clean, right? You want to be making your own. So this is really professional, right? And that's probably why it was so high converting, you know, like a 3 to 5 to 6% website conversion rate. So it's a headline, one paragraph, two paragraphs. So it's basically two paragraphs, and then you put in a picture, then you put in the quote. Here is the quote I was talking about: keeps me impressively cool at work, Dolga Stam. And then everything the product includes, and then one more picture, and then I would put in the shipping time. And here you guys got a couple of the the reviews, which are really important, by the way, guys. You need to go for some cool reviews, and that is basically the store just took off. I'm obviously not gonna reveal it, but there you guys go. This is exactly how you write a high converting description. So if you guys follow my product research strategy, you take a look at my scaling videos, how I test products and stuff, and you implement this product research strategy and you implement this product description strategy, you will succeed. Then it's just a matter of time until you succeed in testing products. So avoid these niches. I've told that in a video earlier. If you want to go in depth on it, it's like the video is probably called like niches to avoid. But avoid like pets. Everything that's related to pets is just oversaturated, guys. That doesn't mean it's bad. It's just what I prefer. People are different, but I don't do these niches. So clothing in general, that is like an 8-figure niche, but it's so hard to get into, so don't do that. I could probably do that. Doesn't mean everyone that's starting out can do it. Watches, stuff like that, I just avoid them. The only time I do jewelry, if it's like sweet, you know, like I love you type of jewelry, stuff like that, that is okay. But avoid like jewelry in general if it's not that, and then just avoid like babies, toys, pets, humidifiers. That's a big one. Those sucks. And everything, you know, that's like mosquito products, changes the air, you know, people that could actually have a allergic reaction to some products. Also, you want to keep that in mind when you look at those products, right? And you need a budget. That one is really important, guys. That doesn't mean the video's over just because last line is here, but you will need a budget. And I recommend going with like $500, you know, to test a couple of products. And if it takes off, you just want to be doing like CBO stuff, different stuff. You know, you want to add an ad set every day, you want to delete one. And how do you even know if it's a winner? I recommend, you know, this is more sort of like a beginner video. It's all of these tips are basically my other videos. I need you guys to give me a couple of tips on what to make videos on, but you need a budget and you need a strategy. If your campaign makes like 2 to 3 ads just the first 48 hours of testing, that is really good indicators. What you do then is you start adding a new interest daily and you're deleting one daily, and if one ad set gets multiple sales, you will just duplicate it. Maybe increase the budget, but only if the ROAS is insane and you have a lot of sales. But if you don't increase the budget, you obviously just narrow it down to like a platform or device. And that's basically it, guys. That's how to succeed. So the short version there, if you want to succeed, you want a really insane product description, and you want high quality pictures. Do you need a video ad? No, you don't need that at all. It's absolutely not needed. It's cool to have, obviously. I had one for this product, but I didn't start with a video. I just start with pictures, and the ugliest picture made the most amount of sales. So high quality pictures, you need a good Facebook ad strategy for sure, and you need a decent budget. And if you guys don't believe me, I'm just going to show you guys my store. Facebook shut us down today, so you guys can see here. I don't even know if you can see it, but yeah, it's like 2.5k today, and like it's only like one third of the day is finished. So Facebook shut the store down. If Facebook didn't, no, not the store, but the ad account. If Facebook didn't shut me down, I'd probably be in like 8k today. So there you guys got the proofs. I'm refreshing and everything. You already got all the proofs in the other videos. So if you're looking for proof, just look at another video, like one of the new ones. And that's basically it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Not really special videos, but if you are, guys, by the way, want me to do a store review, comment your store in the description. And you know, I give away 30-minute consulting calls. Thank you for any subscribers. I'm gonna give away 2 free consulting calls next video, so make sure you comment I want a call if you want to win. That's basically it. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.